Here I am. I am faceless. I am nameless. I am 1 in 100,000,000. I am one who struggles with the pain and ache of depression. I am one who will be criticized for something that I cannot control. I'm someone who puts on a happy face, hides the darkness within. For everybody who I care for. I am not the only nameless. I am not the only faceless. I'm not the only one who covers her darkness with a mask, a fakeness of reality. No. I am 1 in 100,000,000. I have been labeled. I have been labeled. I have been spoken harshly against with the very words used as tools to communicate, tools to allow others to see the suffering of their brethren. I mean, such a catch-22, isn't it? Labels. So useful to communicate with, and yet so often used to demean, degrade, and simply hurt people. I mean, at which point does the usefulness end? When does defining a person reach the limit of kind and stretch farther and farther and farther into rudeness? I've been at the receiving end of various levels of abuse towards my very character, based on supposed labels that people choose to attach to me. They choose to attach it to me. I should be allowed to choose my own labels, should I want them. Those people who label me don't know my story. When did depressed become attention whore? When has suicidal become fishing for friends? As a nameless, as a faceless, I have been called many things: selfish, attention-seeking, variety of insults and hurtful words towards my mentality, towards my ability to cope, towards my ability to somehow get over it, to simply get over a disease. I was open about it to those who called me nameless and faceless. Oh, they were my friends. They were people who I trusted, I cared for. I hid my darker side for them. I allowed my light to come forth for them, only to be told, oh, you're just not feeling well about yourself. You're just being self-centered. Get over yourself. Get over it. Oh, how I hate that phrase. Get over it. As if a disease like pneumonia, the flu, as if an open wound can be healed with the words, get over it, build a bridge, Take a leap. Believe in yourself and you'll get over it. Now, I want to be able to look someone in the eye, a friend, a support, and say to them, I'm depressed right now. And they won't call me attention-seeking. They won't call me selfish. They'll just talk to me like I was before I told you. Laugh with me. Remind me of stories of our better days. Like when you didn't know that this little parasite, this monster in my head, under my bed, in my closet, everywhere I go, in my shadow. Before you knew about the monster, before you wanted to be away from the monster, sometimes the monster swallows me. And I'm reaching out from its mouth. Help me, help me. Help me, help me, please. Get me out of here. And your hand falls away. No longer do you see me, you see the monster. And you turn. I speak not just for myself when I say this, but I say this for the hidden among us, the ones who have a dark side, that keep it so deeply locked inside that they don't even know it themselves anymore. I speak not for myself as a nameless, but for the others in this world who've had names and then lost them, who hide half their face every day. Because I say this for the hope that the days will come when those of us with invisible wounds, fanned battles every single day, can step forward and be treated with respect and kindness. When there is a time when our mental struggles will be on the same scale, same level as physical ailments. Because a stab wound is a stab wound. Even if it's from yourself. Sometimes a stab wound is in your neck. Sometimes it's even on your face, on your head. Sometimes it's on your body. But oftentimes, the stab, that gaping hole, the bleeding flesh, it's in here. Or it's in here, buried deep in your soul, deep in your heart, in the darkest recesses of your brain. It's a stab wound. It is painful. It hurts just the same as if I were bleeding from my chest right now. It hurts just the same. I say this because I fear for us, the lost ones, the wounded who professionals and friends alike refuse to believe, refuse to help. Because the more we try to stand up, to speak for ourselves, the more our voices get locked away, get reprimanded by those who claim to support but secretly vilify. I fear that we will not survive this outbreak of hate, this cancer of the mind, twisting friends and supporters into hateful husks of the good people they once were. No, we very well may not survive. Help us to survive. If you're not a nameless, if you're not a faceless, if you're not one who struggles with disorders of the mind, that little twisted voice in the back of your head whispering, oh, you need to just die already. If you're not one of us, step forward. And you need to help us. We can only get so far on our own. Because, like the old saying says, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't always make him drink. Some of us who need help, sometimes we don't know it yet. And other times, all we need is a good laugh, stories of the good old days, a warm cooked meal, a hug. If all curing depression, curing PTSD, and all the other horrible mental illnesses out there, if all of that could be cured with a hug, how many people without these disorders would step up and hug their friends, the ones who are hurt? Think about it. How many of you would really help and not just claim support, but turn away when the physical need was right there in front of you? I speak as a voice for those who are nameless and faceless and voiceless, but I secretly feel I have no voice either. So, think about it. Think about my words. Because we are nameless, we're faceless, and we might be right next to you. We could be your best friend. But we don't want to say it. But because we have been hurt so badly by people who don't even know us. They attach labels like writing a Sharpie right onto our faces. Selfish, attention seeker, crying out for help. If you knew the whole story, would I still be selfish? If you knew the secret struggles, the hidden pain we keep away from other people because we feel it's for their own good, well, would you really call us attention seeking? Would you really still label us